right now it's Apple. Apple has like the one that does it, but like, hey, there's gonna be Samsung coming out. There's gonna be freaking Meta coming out next year with their Quest Pro 2
I
with
was
LG
just
and
going to get
stuff.
onto that. Yeah. So can you tell us about that today? What happened today?
Yeah, so there was a new report that came out from Hank Young, which is a South Korean, I believe they're mostly economic journalist website, and they got a lot of sources saying that Mark Zuckerberg is going to be visiting South Korea the first time in like 10 years, by the way, like since he's visited there. And the last time he visited was for finalizing the plans for Samsung Gear VR.
Wow.
He's going there this Wednesday to meet with LG's like CEOs and stuff to discuss like plans for their upcoming Meta Quest Pro 2 or whatever they're going to call it at that point. And the interesting thing is, it's going to be a very collaborative product. Like LG is very involved. There might even be an LG logo on the headset for this point because it's just a big combination where LG is doing most of the hardware stuff, and Meta is going to be handling the software OS and like the AI capabilities of the headset. And they're going to discuss how they can implement LG's web OS stuff to it, which is like their TV
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
thing, but also like marketing plans because hey, they want to make a competitor to the Vision Pro. They want to make a competitor to the Samsung headset coming out that is also targeting this high end like spatial computing, media viewing experience. So yeah.
Do you think you could see the Quest Pro 2 being like a controllerless hand tracked solution, or do you think they'll always kind of save that room for gaming?
I don't know because like even though like
Why would you go controllers though? Surely that's only in my mind. They're actually a step ahead by having controllers at the moment
Well, the
because
regular Quest line, like that's what the Quest line
yeah, no, but
Quest
even the
can be
Quest
for.
Pro, like I know some people in the community had a Quest Pro and they were really expensive and they were really happy with it and they still are. I can't see them going away from controllers because I think they've already got an ecosystem of people who use the controllers and have games in their library. So you'd be automatically saying you can't
Yeah.
play these games on this
Well,
headset. And not everyone owns multiple headsets, but I don't know.
why can't you do both, right? Why can't you have a
That's
SKU
what I'm
that's just
saying.
like controllers? Because
Yeah.
the people that want to work in it that will never launch a game, that will never play a first person shooter, and all they want is monitor replacements, they don't need controllers. Hand tracking would be great. And Quest continues, Meta continues to keep ramping up their hand tracking and making it better and better and better. And they are already they already have less latency than Apple's hand tracking, right? And they're going to continue to improve it. So and then, one of those days, someone, puts them in a different headset and says, try this game. And now they go, oh, okay, well, for $200 or whatever, I can go buy some controllers if I want to get into this, right? I think it could be a good thing. I mean, Apple has already just set the path
I was just
of
gonna say,
this, right?
yeah,
So,
that like that. Any of the things that Apple are doing, Meta now know, and
yeah.
so like even if Apple leave, you've got a standard which is really high and really good, and people are enjoying. Even though I
yeah,
don't
And
Do
then
you
think
with the
think?
Meta thing with LG, I mean, so this isn't the first time we've seen something like this happen either, right? Because Meta teamed up with Lenovo and put a Lenovo logo on the side of the Rift S. So I mean, they're definitely up for partnering with companies
yeah,
to
they
improve
did.
their hardware, and so this is all gonna get really interesting. I can't wait to see where all this goes, man. I want all these headsets.
my opinion is like I think I even heard like they were originally planning to have a controllerless SKU for the Quest Pro 1 at one point. Like that was big internal talks, but that didn't happen because they kind of felt that headset wasn't going to perform as well and as they thought originally. I can definitely imagine this LG headset having a controllerless SKU because the one thing I think Zuckerberg was like kind of praising about Vision Pro and his weird video thing was like he liked the eye tracking and the hand tracking input thing. He thought that was like good for where things are going. And I think that's where Samsung's going. According to rumors, they're going with that same similar look and pinch sort of thing, no controllers. And that would be Meta's upsell, right? Like if you, like you guys said, like they have the platform for controllers. They sell the Quest Pro controllers to work with three different headsets right now.
Yeah,
So yeah, and also I think the interesting thing about the partnership with LG more than anything is it kind of de-risks Meta from like investing a ton in the hardware and like the manufacturing of the hardware for the high end that didn't really go well for them for the first unit. That's all on LG now. So like we'll see how it
Yeah,
goes, right?
Yeah, they are. I mean, are they? Do they make their own panels though for their TVs, or is it Samsung that make them for LG? I can't remember.
It depends. Like LG does sometimes buy Samsung panels for their TVs, but most of the time they use their own
Nice.